Welcome to another edition of Community Conversations. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. Today my guest is Jason Stanchek, who's with EDCO, and I'm very excited to have you here so that people can learn a little bit more about you and your business and your involvement in the community.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you having us.
So why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and about EDCO?
Sure. I work for EDCO. We're a manufacturing company. We're actually hidden amongst all the doctor's offices on Thomas Johnson Drive. We were one of the first buildings there, and then it became Doctors Row, and now we're kind of hidden amongst all the doctors. We're getting close to our 60th year in business. We're a family-owned manufacturing company. We have two businesses. We manufacture our EDCO product, which is a full line of surface preparation, sawing, drilling, and handheld tools for the construction industry.
Okay.
And we also have, and that product sold all over the country and internationally. And then locally, we have EDCO Fabrication, which is a regional contract manufacturing business. So basically, if you're another regional manufacturer and you need an entire product or part of one of your products made, either you would rather sub that out or you, for any reason, can't make that part, we actually take on that business and we do it for that manufacturer.
Okay. So how many employees do you have?
We're about 70 employees.
Okay. I do think people would be surprised to know there is a manufacturing business on Thomas Johnson Drive because, like you said, it is Doctors Row. I know you have the big sign up there. People probably drive by and say, I wonder what they do.
Well, most people drive into the parking lot. I have the front office there, a window overlooking the parking lot, and you'd be amazed how many little ladies drive in every day looking for their podiatrist or optometrist. I think that's where they had to go for their appointment. But no, we are kind of hidden in there, but if you actually walk into our facility, you see we have about 85,000 square feet of manufacturing space.
So how did your family get into this business? How did it all begin?
Sure, it's our family and a partner family. My grandfather, Leo, started, and his partner, Edward Harding, started the company. EDCO is short for Equipment Development Company. Leo and Ed actually worked together at a rental company in Silver Spring in the 60s. And they teamed up and actually invented the modern day concrete grinder, which in the beginning was just to satisfy the rental store in which they worked with clientele. There were a lot of people running into uneven floors and they needed to create a modern solution for their customers' problems. Well, to skip a lot of time throughout the decades, that one machine became about 30 to 40 different products for us. Leo and Ed broke away from the rental company. They bought that side of it, and now we have EDCO.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do you like doing business in Frederick County?
Well, it's been our home since 1979. So obviously, we've always chosen to stay here over the years. I grew up here. And EDCO's always been a part of the Frederick community. The way we do business is different than companies looking to do local business. We choose Frederick to be our home, but if we relied on Frederick County business for the product side, we wouldn't be around because we're a national company.
Because you market much broader.
Right. As far as the EDCO fabrication side, we like doing business in Frederick County. Most of our clientele is outside the county, but we actually pull from all over the place.
And do you have a hard time keeping employees and training employees? Is this a good place to find a workforce?
Well, we don't have trouble keeping employees. We have a lot of staff who've been with us 20, even 30 years. Okay. We've gotten better at finding newer employees. I think it's gotten a lot easier. I would say that the county workforce services, I think you've even referred to it. I've seen it before as the Frederick County's best kept secret. Mm-hmm. That's a great resource to find employees or people looking for jobs from people like us or other companies as well.
Right. Workforce services will actually help you interview or advertise for employees and do the beginning of the process for you so that you can try to get the kind of employee that you're looking for.
Yeah, and with that, there's also other great staffing agencies around the county that we have accounts with that help us out as well.
Okay. So what do you see in terms of the trends in manufacturing and the use of technology?
Well, that's a good question. Manufacturing basically is becoming a technology-based industry. People always ask about trends and things like that. I would say the biggest trend right now is computer-based manufacturing machines and finding the people skilled to run those machines. For us at EDCO, our two top most important manufacturing machines is a laser metal cutter, laser fabricator, and our press brakes. Well, both those modern machines are completely run and programmed by computers by our office staff and our technical department. So we have a couple of young guys who program that machine, and they went to school and got degrees in drafting and CAD and these modern software programs. But then when you're actually on the floor, the trend is finding skilled manufacturing floor workers to run the machine on that end, because it's all computer-based as well. It's pretty neat. A lot of times in the news you hear about, oh, manufacturing's going away or manufacturing jobs don't exist anymore. I don't think that's necessarily true. I would just say the older traditional manufacturing jobs, taking a hammer, hitting the metal and stuff like that, that might not be around. But there's a lot of manufacturing jobs, just different kinds of jobs to be had.
So do you think the future for manufacturing is good and it's going to be a growing industry?
Oh, I think so. There's no indication that it wouldn't be. You see, everyone struggled in 2007, 2008. We did too. But since then, you look at every report, and while manufacturing might not be exploding in the United States, it's definitely growing.
Very good. So I know you've been very involved in the community over the years and have been active in the chamber, and that, you're part of my business and industry cabinet. And so what do you want to accomplish through the business and industry cabinet, and what do you think are the most important things for Frederick County to do to support economic development and particularly manufacturing?
What I really want to do first is actually the first task you have charged us with, which is create a marketing plan for Frederick County economic development. I was excited when we actually decided this was going to be our first big project. I think it's going to set the tone for what we do in the future. You know better than I do how vibrant Frederick County businesses are. I think when we get together for the business cabinet, we have a group of business people, community business people, that are really high on Frederick and what it is now, actually what Frederick County can be. So I think the marketing plan that we're going to put together is going to help the county and everyone market us better. So I'm really excited about getting that done.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. It's all about marketing and branding and who do you want to be and how do you want to communicate Frederick County to the business community outside of Frederick County.
Yeah.
And one of our strengths is our diversity. We have a lot of different kinds of businesses here. So when we brand ourselves, we want to be different. We want to really say who we are and who we want to be, but we don't want to exclude anybody because we really want to be open to every industry that wants to come here.
Right.
But I think we do have to market ourselves for those industry areas where I think we offer an advantage and something unique. It's
an interesting time in Frederick County, I think. We're 1 year into charter government. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
And we're growing, we're changing. I know your administration has a lot of ideas for the next few years of that.
We do.
But to sit down now with a group of people from the community and actually put together a marketing plan for the future, I think it's coming in a great time.
So, well, I look forward to your involvement and your enthusiasm for getting that done.
Thanks. I appreciate you putting the business cabinet together and being an active member of it.
Well, I wanted to make sure that we have our, business community out there as our eyes and ears on what we need to do to promote Frederick County and what we're doing well and where we could improve, because we know that one thing that's going to always happen is change, and change is going to happen more quickly. Technology is going to change how we work, where we work, and we really want to make sure that we are prepared to react to that change, to make sure we keep young people in our community, because that is the future of our economic prosperity. And so education plays an important role. but really making sure we keep our young people here and interested and engaged and that we're ready for that change, I think is really important to our long-term future.
Yeah, I agree. And not only for the county, but you were asking before about manufacturing. Well, it really has become younger because of the computer-based applications that are there. And I'm excited for that and also for Frederick County because keeping young people here, helping them out, having them live here and work here.
Yep, that's what we want. So, and I think it's important for people to recognize that manufacturing is still a viable part of our economy. It's just going to be a little bit different than maybe what manufacturing's been all about in the past. Even though we still have some of our traditional manufacturers, we still have Can-Am Steel in the southern part of the county. We still have places like McCutcheon's that are, packaging food products. But we have the high-tech businesses and the manufacturing that's really relying on robotics and technology, and that's where things are changing, and our traditional manufacturing will shift in that direction too over time.
Yeah.
But we have a big market here in our country. We certainly have a global market that we want to serve right here out of Frederick County, and so I think we have a bright future.
I do too. I mean, and manufacturing is like Frederick County, very diverse, brings different people together in one spot. That's why I love it.
Is there anything else you want to share about EDCO or yourself before we close?
No, I guess I would just say EDCO Fabrication, the regional contract manufacturing business. We've been around for 58 years. That's actually in its third year of business. So we're trying to promote that more. That's our regional entity of the company.
Well, we appreciate you doing business in Frederick County. We appreciate that you're a good employer, that you care about your employees. I think it's a great tradition to be a family-owned and operated business. And so thank you for doing business in Frederick County, and thank you for being involved in the community.
Well, thank you for including EDCO in your community conversations.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope you learned a little bit about EDCO, a little bit about the future and trends in manufacturing, and that what we're really trying to do to support business in Frederick County.